Miss Erica, I can tell that going forward, you're going to drive us crazy. You are going to drive us crazy. Driving us crazy is cool, but is driving Safari crazy. Is that going to work out for you? And I'm like, come on through, Cookie. I want to put my soapbox. That's basically it. Let's talk about drag and all its forms. What, Hey guys, thanks so much for clicking on the video. This is my review for Love and Hip Hop New York. This is season 10, episode 6, Old Miss Erica. Now, when we left off last week, I told you all, Erica was starting to show her true colors, and I was like, oh, there she goes. I was wondering when the real Erica was going to stand up, and she has. Now, when we left out, Sin had walked out, talking on the phone to her sister. Here, her baby was sick, but she said the baby's okay and everything like that. She came back in, and in the time that she was gone, Jonathan was talking to Erica, and Erica's like, well, I don't even be thinking about her. This, that, thing, and the other. She's being real coy and real nasty about it. And Jonathan was like, no, come on, you got to look at it. You're pregnant. You have to look at this the way she's looking at this. And she still has some hurt about everything that's going on with Joe and all of that. So you got to really think about it, Erica. So Erica put that little fake act on, and Sin came back and she apologized. And then they hugged it out, and the next thing you know, Sin's all touching her belly and talking to the baby. I said, Sin, don't fall for it. Do not fall for it. I'm telling you, don't fall for it, girl, because the old Erica has just showed up. You don't want to fall for that. But anyway, moving on. Mendices and Yandy. Mendices had called and talking to Yandy, and he got to talk to the kids and all that stuff, so we got to see that. And then he told her, I'm coming home. I'll be home like within the next few days. And I thought to myself, that ain't good news, really. I mean, it's good news, but it ain't good news because being somebody who's actually dealt with adoption system and dealt with CPS and fostering children, I knew that there's going to be a whole issue right away because a felon and a foster child cannot occupy the same space. So I said, girl, that's just going to open up a whole new ball of shit. And sure enough, later on we actually see, it was like a couple days later, Judy and Yandy are out, and Yandy breaks the news to Judy and lets her know her boy is coming home. Judy's all excited, and then she starts talking about the situation about her foster daughter and the fact that she's gotten this information and she got to try to figure this out. Honey, when I tell you that Judy didn't give a damn. Judy didn't give a damn. I said, did any of you all clock that? Hey, Judy said, so what you want him to go somewhere else? You think he's gonna move out somewhere else? And Yandy said, no, I didn't say that. No, I'm gonna have all my family. I'm gonna figure this out. But it's I just gotta figure it out. Judy was like, child, whatever, and oops. I was like, wow, Judy. Damn. Bad time, bad look. Even if you felt that way, it just didn't look good on TV. I was like, wow. Now, and that could have just been me, but it wasn't. Judy don't give a damn. Y'all tell me what y'all thoughts were down in the comments about that. I was like, wow. Okay, so listen here. Here goes some drama for you. Jeniski and Rich. So, they're working together now. So she's doing a photo shoot, and she looked really, really cute. I'm going to give Jeniski this. Her wigs be laid down. You hear me? Because she's always in, that grayish hair. and it looks good on her. It really does. They'll say, "Ooh," because that hair is funny. It's hard to pair that up with people because it very easily could make you look old and make you look corpse bride-ish. But for whatever reason, that works on Jenniski. She still keeps her youthful look. It's very cutting edge, and it looks very on trend on her. I love it. I love that hair on her, the length and everything, the cut, all of it. I love that on her. And whoever's installing it for her is amazing. But she's looking all cute. She's doing her little photo shoot. I'm like, yeah, come on. So Rich is really doing some good things for Jenniski. And this is exactly what she wanted, and this is what her dreams are. So it comes a time that she has to fire Fresher, baby. That's just to let Fresher know we're not going to be working anymore. So he had invited Fresher to come to the photo shoot. Maybe that Fresher got in there. See, Fresher thinks that his ass weighs a ton. And he come up in there, baby. He was so arrogant, honey. And his arrogance kind of was pushing. I was like, come on. I was like, come on now. Because I'm liking Jenniski. I want to see her win. So I'm like, come on, girlfriend, hold it together. Hold it together. Keep it business. Because you could tell, honey, her New York was coming out, baby. She was like, oh, wait a minute, fuck ass. You know? Come on, Jenniski. I said, girl, just hold it. Just a little bit longer. Just hold it together. So she held it, baby, and she told him, listen, you ain't done nothing for me like you should be. You got me rolling around like I'm one of your hoes or like a lap dog watching you spitting bars, watching you doing video shoots, watching you do radio. That should be me. You trying to manage me or whatever. So she said, you're fired or whatever. And he was pissed. He gonna tell them, y'all are gonna pay for this. After he's telling her, you made a big mistake, and this, that, thing, and the other. I was like, oh, you really think that you are the cat's meow, honey. But you're really not. Good night, Fresher. You're not so fresh, honey. You're a little stale, and it's time to go. Honey, they told him goodbye, honey. See your way out. So that was it for him, honey. And he took and went on and was still talking his shit going out the door. But then as he got in his confessional, he's like, I gotta get me another artist quick. I need to do it quick. I said, need somebody else to try to cheat and do. Told you I don't like him. I don't like him at all. And then as we went forward, there's more that went on. So I really don't like Fresher at all. So then we meet up with people who don't care. Just speaking of, Tahiri, Safari, and Erica all meet up. So, you get to talk about the Sin and Santana situation and all of that. I mean, that Tahiri was like, oh, well, whatever. None of that is my problem. Whatever. That's how her whole attitude was. Whatever, honey. Now, she ain't wrong for that. I mean, because again, it really isn't her problem. It really is on Joe. It's what Joe wants to do with his cute self, honey. And I told you all the time I think Joe is just adorable. I really do. But yeah, like such Joe. But anyway, he messy as hell, But most Joes are. Anyway, she sent him on, honey. Girl, child, they're having this bachelor and bachelorette party. It's gonna be in the same club. On one side is going to be the girls. On the other side is going to be the boys. I said, that is going to be a hot ass mess. That's going to be a hot mess. But again, I said, Eric could keep her eye on Safari, honey, so he don't wonder. Anyway, so let's talk about Fresher. Fresher and Jen meet up. He begging to come home. And he said, shoot, I'm over there at my mom's. And I've been there so long, it's like I'm going to have to give her rent. Ain't you balling? Why, your mother shouldn't even be wanting for nothing. Quiet as cat, but whatever. I'm just saying. But honey, that Jen was giving him the blues. She said, you looking like a whole clown out here to me. And she's like, you asking me to come home, but I got questions for you. Who is this Jada bitch? Who is she? She claiming that you owe her money, $60,000. She all up in my Instagram and carrying on. And he's like, she's lying. She's lying. She's the artist that I was working with. She lying. She just lying. I said, is she? Is she? I said, oh boy. So I said then when I was sitting there watching, I said, I wonder if we're going to get to meet this Jada, So we went on. She told him no. You ain't coming home. He told her, well, me and Jeniski ain't working together no more. She said, so you got kicked out. All for nothing. Ain't no money. There ain't even no money. You didn't even make no money off of that whole situation. You done got kicked out of the house, living with your mama now, and nothing. You got literally nothing out of the whole situation. You're looking like a whole clown to me. I said, damn, Jen. So, Jen, girl, you know who you got. See, this is the part where her to start to irritate me because this is not new. You've been through this with him. You know who you are with. He ain't shit. He ain't been shit all along is what it sounds like to me. Girl, so you just be putting 20 on 10 and you already know what you got. Whatever. So I can't really feel all that bad for her. She said, you ain't going to, I got to figure out about this Jada bitch and what all that's about. Moving on. Safari and Rich have a little sit down at the gym. This was interesting. And Rich wanted to apologize to Safari again about what happened last year and make sure that they were good. And it went really, really well. You know, men don't get into all that stuff. Real men, they don't have all that back and forth and all that carried on. Unless they really hate each other, there don't be a whole lot of talking. There be a whole lot of ass and elbows. It don't be no whole bunch of back and forth. But Safari accepted the apology and told him, he said, Rich, you know, it is what it is. Yes, I accept your apology. I accepted it at the time. But Erica's a little different. She ain't feeling you. If she ain't feeling it, she's still mad. So that's my lady. I got to respect her feelings. It is what it is. And Rich is like, I understand that. And they moved on. I said, see, that's what's up. So then we get to see what I wanted to see, honey. I said, thank you, Mona. Jen and Jada, honey. Baby, when I tell you that Miss Jada is a pretty something, honey, I said, oh, Miss Jen, honey, I understand now why you were so goddamn mad, honey, when you seen that bad bitch up on Instagram. Honey, that Jada was, now her hair was a mess. Her hair was a mess, but she's a pretty child. I said, look, I am built like a brick shit house. I said, oh, yeah, you try to be mad, too. Miss Jada. Yes, Miss Jada. I had to look her up to see what her little music is like. But yeah, she's definitely working with something. She is beautiful. She's a beautiful child. I looked over there, honey, and listen, she got to running it down. I said, I told y'all that fresh or wet and shit, honey. She said $10,000 for a video. The video ain't cost but $3,000. So where's my 7 G's at? You know, she's like, just a whole lot of stuff. She said, I got receipts, baby. She was busting out with these receipts, honey, and Jim was sitting up there trying to be all smart with her and say, but you went at it wrong, baby girl. You went at it wrong. Why you all up at my Instagram, this, that, the other stuff? He won't take my calls and stuff, and it is what it is. I got to do what I got to do to recoup my money and get this thing going. So if I got to get in touch with him through you, then that's what I'm going to do. It ain't nothing personal. I didn't even want to come down here and do you like this, you know? Honey, listen. Well, why would you come to me? She says, listen, I gave up money. Money was being taken from me. And I'm looking on your Instagram and I see it look like you done got your body done. She gonna say, oh, wait a minute. She gonna say, yeah, I want to know what my money's being spent on. I said, oh, girl, start busting out with them receipts. Then Jen started talking about, you just want my man, this, that, and the other. Oh, y'all ain't fucking. You trying to tell me y'all ain't fucking? She's like, listen, I wasn't trying to do all that. Jen started trying to clown her. Baby, she bust out the receipts. She bust out the receipts, honey, of him texting and sending messages and I love you and this, that, and the other. And she said, honey, it ain't even, we carried on a whole relationship. Like we had a whole thing going. I wasn't trying to do you like that, sis, but it is what it is. Honey, she said, you see this? In the paperwork, she's like, well, he told me that he loved me and he sent me flowers. Oh, you tricked him. You want to be me. You ain't nothing but a clout chasing hoe ass trick. And you got tricked. I feel sorry for you. I said, ooh, she's stupid. Jen made herself look so stupid. So stupid. And then she gonna say, I'm out of here. So she get ready to leave. Child, she's like, look at my fake ass walking away. Honey, Jada said, girl, that fake ass looks real doo-doo-y. I said, what is doo-doo-y? I don't know. This sounds nasty. That fake ass looks doo-doo-y. I said, yuck, honey. Honey, Miss Jen went out there looking just as stupid at him. I said, oh, girl, I don't like Fresher, and I know you really don't like him because he got you looking like a whole clown out in these streets. Anyway, let's go to this bachelorette party. A whole mess. Boring as hell on the boys' side. Joe and Rich and all of them over there. That was, I told y'all, him and Safari good. Rich was at the bar. They over there. It was boring. And the guys, they wasn't going to leave them. You know, it's like, shit, it's boring, but you know, whatever. The girls was having a ball. They had female strippers and male strippers because, you know, Erica flip-flops back and forth. So they had both. And the male strippers was bad, and so was the female strippers. So they over there. Then somebody rolled by, baby, and ended up telling Erica that Richie D was over there. And she started up. She got mad. And instead of just enjoying her party, she gonna get all started up, cause all this trouble. Then the girls, some of the strippers, Erica knew them. They were like personal friends. They all gonna go over there and they want to throw Rich out. Just make it a whole scene. So when they come over, Safari being Safari, the Safari we know and love, and he start clowning. He start throwing money at him. And yeah. Erica gonna get mad and say, are you being disrespectful to my friends? You gonna throw money up at my friends? I'm like, you did bring a bunch of strippers over here, and then some of the other girls that just came around, honey, they were casualties, honey. They were all casualties. It wasn't, he didn't even mean nothing bad, you know? He's like, yeah, let's have some fun, because they was about how boring it was over there and all that. They wanted Rich out. So with all that, and Safari sitting there, and Erica going to check him right in front of everybody. And he was like, okay, you could tell he felt bad. Rich ended up leaving. Rich was like, that's all right, Safari, it's cool. He left. Erica still continued carrying on. Safari tried to get her together, tried to calm her down and all of that. He apologized and everything. So the Rich left. You know, it is what it is. That whore just kept on going. And then the shit blew up in her face. Because at some point, it didn't sit well with Safari, and Safari actually got mad. I said, oh. And then he left. And her face was cracked and on the floor. I said, I told you, Erica. See, you done let the old Erica out. You doing the most, and now you looking stupid. And the last we heard, Safari was over the whole thing. He's like, I don't even think I'm going through this little thing on Monday. She acts worse than my mother. I ain't got this to do. So now he questioning the whole marriage. So Erica, how that working out for you, boo? You done did too much and it done blew up in your face. Oh, thing.